Hi, my name is Cord Medina, and I work at LinkedIn in program operations. I was experiencing some misalignments, especially at work. So I kind of considered this professional and personal development coaching around some misalignments with my manager and communication styles. So I was looking for some evidence-based tools and techniques, frameworks, et cetera, to keep myself focused and sort of in control of what I wanted and how to get there. I felt great to work with Neff, especially he had a gentle approach that I think I was even used to working with different therapists in the past, but his was even more understanding in a way. Listened to what I was looking for, felt like he provided a tailored path for us to work together on, and not just some, cookie cutter sort of approach. And Neff leverages this type of therapy or this strategy called ACT, acceptance and commitment therapy. And that seemed to be a differentiating a factor in Neff's coaching style that really worked well for me. It encourages this dynamic of compassion and care and meeting you where you are, and just this kind of overall gentle touch. And I would say I had that with my previous therapist, but it just really hit home in a different way with Neff, and I think really helped us get to another level. Even though I told him how focused on career professional stuff I wanted to be, he still sort of encouraged us to start out with just the foundational things that you think you learn when you're a kid, goal setting and core value work and stuff like that. And I realized I don't even really know I know what some of my values are, I know what I care about, but what are my core values? I appreciate that we really started off with that stuff, because that is some of the pieces that I still use to this day. I'm if I've had a long week or something, I start to get tangled up in things. I'm all right, what do I want to focus on? What do I want to prioritize? What relates most back to my core values, which also helps me figure out my core goals and all that. Just got so much stuff being thrown at us these days. Just being able to really boil down what do you want to stay focused on? What do you want to keep your eye on? That's some of the core stuff that I use, week in and week out. I was much more clear in my thinking, much more clear in the goals and objectives, things that I wanted to obtain over the next year, where I want to go, how I wanted to get there. And not only could I see it in my ability to think more clearly and get, fewer things done better, but also my colleagues, my manager noticed it. Again, I focused a lot of trying to improve things for myself in professionally, career-wise. And just, through performance reviews, things like that, just lots of different entry points where manager and colleagues mentioned, lots of growth in the past year, sort of thing. So it helps to have an outside perspective, someone well-trained, and, if possible, someone else besides maybe a therapist or some of the more classic people you've gone to for help and advice along the way like this, someone well-trained in this professional, personal development style can really just bring that more prescriptive advice that I know at least I was looking for. Let's not just talk therapy of let's talk through it, but let's what are some real tools, techniques, evidence-based, this, that, or the other that can really help you start to change things for the better. Talk therapy is great, but I was looking for some help in just what some tools I can an acronym. Give me an acronym that I can just apply when I'm spinning out thinking about this one thing. Just that actional sort of piece I think is awesome about sort of evidence-based tools and techniques. He really showed up with that stuff, so that was great.